Hello, hello. Welcome to Cambodia Part 1.
Cambodia.
So it's my first week. And you start with going through immigrations and on to Cambodia for my first meal. It was alright.
These are the first takes. I don't really know. Somewhere between Vietnam and Laos. It's cool though. So just got some money out at the bank. The ATMs only give US dollar here, or at least this bank does. They wouldn't let me wear a hat when I was withdrawing at the ATM or when I wanted to go inside the bank. They were very particular about that, but it is what it is.
On the road again. So this is my route to Kratie. I was riding shotgun. Ooh la la.
So we've arrived somewhere. This looks like set up for a wedding. But yeah, we're in Kratie. Now to find somewhere to stay.
Just giving you some first impressions. I walked through looking for a hostel because the only available one did not have the best reviews. And slowly but surely, we found our way. Ended up going to the same one with the bad reviews. Pretty decently priced, private room, and there's a school next door, which was kind of cool.
We did it again. We got
Decided
money.
to go for a stroll for some sunsets.
We know how to say thank you, and we got a place to stay. Cambodia's all right. Take a look. Pop, pop.
Ooh, bop bop indeed.
Ooh, beautiful.
Just breathtaking. All these places. Honestly, I don't even know the name of this dish anymore, but is that some
Welcome to my crib.
Australian-owned place?
I mean, it's all right. Yeah, it's good. I just checked into this place. It's called Silver Dolphin Guest House. It is $7 a night for a private room. I'm pretty exhausted, so I figured I would plunge for that extra treat. It's $4 a night for a dorm room, and you stay in a room of 8 people with no curtains or anything. So I figured I'm gonna get a couple nights of good sleep, and whew, after that bus ride, I'm telling you, that was like, hey, 30 minutes. We'd be going again, and it was like an hour and a half, and we still didn't know. But we made it. We're in Cambodia, and we here. And I'm gonna shower, and this stranger that kind of groped me. I mean, he was showing me how he massages people, and I guess that's, I don't know. He wants to take me to a pagoda, so I'm taking a little leap of faith. So hopefully the next time you see me, I'm good.
So we went to this pagoda, basically like a night market, carnival, just locals. Just locals. They had a Muay Thai ring. Honestly, they were not good at Muay Thai at all. It was basically children just boxing each other with almost zero training, it felt like. Everyone's staring at me because I'm like the tallest person there, the only non-Cambodian there. Fortunately, I didn't get good vibes from the guy, but he did drive me home, and yeah, I went home, sleep. I had to wake up early for some dolphins. This is my tuk-tuk ride, 7 a.m. departure. Oh my goodness, was I tired. I had mosquitoes all night, but good vibes.
Sweet.
I was with a French dude named Brian. Oh la la, he was a wonderful dude. At first, we didn't really talk a lot. We were both so sleepy meepy, but as you can see, how can you not be besties when this is what you're doing together? Just gorgeous. We took a little lunch break on some random island in the middle of nowhere. I decided to go for a lovely little stroll. The water is so warm. It's almost not refreshing at all, but quite serene. That's basically how deep the water is. Got ourselves a little lunch snack. It was these rice bean wrapped in bamboo with banana. Oh, it was good. Vegetarian, easy. You just peel it backwards like a banana, I guess. It was kind of like two bananas, but one had rice and beans in it. Scrumptious. And back on the road. So the thing they don't tell you is that you do get to kayak in such beautiful conditions, but the dolphins are at the very, very end of your 12-kilometer route. So maybe it was for the best because we ended up doing some really cool stuff. And you just sit still and let these dolphins jump out the water. So they're mammals, so they need air. So they take a breath every couple of minutes, and they just jump out and they play with each other. There's unfortunately only 89 of these left in the Mekong, so their population is quite minimal, and the WWF is doing their best for conservation. But this is what you can see at the moment. Hopefully, in a year's time, you'll see more. It was really hard to record just because the current keeps taking you away, and then you got to paddle, and then you got to record, and then the dolphins go somewhere else. So this is the best of what I got for my shots. I tried to be present more than anything. But hopefully you feel like you were there. These are two of very limited amount of freshwater dolphins in this world. Afterwards, you can see like a little overview. It's pretty beautiful. You could honestly just come here and skip the kayaking if you really just want to see dolphins. But yeah, really, really fun time. And then there's a boat. There's an island beside Kratie.
C'est bon? C'est magnifique?
And me just practicing my French. And then this lady came and was like, "We need you at the hostel now. There's been a mix-up. You have to leave your room." And I was like, okay. So somehow she found me in the middle of the city and took me back. Swapped my rooms. Went for dinner. Nice schnitzel. Schnitzel in good company. Definitely not what I was expecting for my second dinner in Cambodia. And the next day, I got up bright and early, 6 a.m. for my sleepy bus to Phnom Penh. Had a bit of an ear infection, so I didn't sleep well. It was so hot. It was so many mosquitoes. So sorry for the lack of energy in these videos, but I was barely functioning as a human being here. Had a nice pit stop. Honestly, this was a really nice place. It had really good bakery, had really good food, clean bathrooms. This is how they transport their ice. It just melts everywhere. And quite a shocking, interesting, not what I was expecting for Cambodia. Very similar to Laos, very similar to Vietnam, very similar to Thailand in a lot of ways, but also very different. It's really hard to explain. But yeah, it was just me and this this Swiss girl in a bus of Cambodians. And on to PP, Phnom Penh. I was marauded by tuk-tuk drivers, like staring inside the bus, looking for people to get for their tuk-tuk. And when I told them grab, they were very heartbroken to know they couldn't scam me. We are a seasoned vet, let me tell you. Our Grab driver was quite the wonderful. And we made it to our hostel, the Sacred Lotus. Had a rooftop, some views, is a vegan cafe hostel. The Russian market, which was just next door, basically like a bazaar. Super beautiful, super cool, had a lot of things, but I was on the hunt for one thing and one thing only in this moment. To fix my ring. After a maze of people and being pointed every single direction, we found the goldsmith. For a price of a steep $250, they said they'd fix my ring for me. So I sat down, watched him for 15 minutes while he did the magic. Started with boiling the material, melting it together, polishing it, and voila!
Oh,
we're ring full.
Canada.
Always love a good Canadian flag, and we always love a good Milan jersey.
Forza Milan. All right.
And you know me.
Here we go again.
I always find my way to a gaming cafe. Back to my coffin/bed. Honestly, it's better than it looks, but there was just no light in my cubby. And we've reunited with our friends, and I got to watch them play some crazy good volleyball, beyond my levels. They were so good, and they all just learn off of YouTube, and I don't even know how they get these good. But yeah, this is the last few points. They gambled a good 30 push-ups, and they get really intense about it. The losers lose. They could work on their push-up technique, honestly, quite a bit. And off to dinner, a late dinner. It's a cool basketball court, and we off to some streetza. I was quite skeptical, but the Italian girl said it's decent.
Hello.
And she was wrong. It was pretty bad, actually. But it is what it is.
Some real fucking great content.
So this is technically breakfast. Right.
This is my breakfast lunch the next morning. Just some eggplant and minced meat
Eggplant and
for $2.
I think.
Honestly, it was really good. I could do without the meat, honestly, but delicious way to start my day. And we're walking to the Genocide Museum, and voila, slowly but surely. So I really recommend you do the audio guide with this one. There's a lot of information. Even if you don't do all of the voice recordings, it would be really hard to interpret as much as they give you in these tapes. They do have a really heartbreaking and very recent history of genocide. So the S21 Museum was quite a phenomenal experience because I got to really get an inside view and quite deep and quite textured. About a fifth of the population was wiped out in this genocide by a movement of fear of intellectuals and divide in classes. But little did they know it's just another tactic of control, all far too common in our society. And just a few snips of what were real cells and real structures used long ago. And back to the gaming cafe, you know? My own type of therapy.
Is them.
Watching my laundry dry.
It's us. Yeah.
And headed for some ice cream with lovely Danny. This dog had zero chill. And where am I now? Obviously, the gaming cafe. Clearly, I did not get enough of this, but we got to play with Cammy, our lovely Cammy. It's 3:40, and we committed to pulling an all-nighter.
It's not carbonated, but we ain't slowing down.
My first Red Bull in probably years.
Now 7 a.m.
It's morning.
Yeah.
Waiting for my tuk-tuk to take me home because I want to go to bed almost immediately. Skipping breakfast with some... And this is my breakfast at like 2 p.m.
Usual. It's 2 p.m.
Vegan pho. And today we go to the killing field. So I split the two, the killing field and the Genocide Museum, just because it was very heavy and each one takes about 3 hours of your time, so depends how you feel about it. At this point, they're talking about in the audiobook how the palm leaf has a very, very sharp base that they used for, unfortunately, one of their killing methods. But nonetheless, it was interesting to know that the base of it is so sharp. And surrounded by this field is just a lot of sereneness. It's a very weird atmosphere to be in, because it is a calm but chilling presence in a way. Made a little friend on our walk. And just had a lot of time to reflect on the audios, the voices, the stories. It was a really nice supplementary to the S21. These are some of the mounds where the graves would be. And this is the monument in the center, where you can pay respects, but filled with a lot of this. And to this day, they still find more. When the heavy rain comes, things surface. And we jump to some more therapy of gym, night market, and serene walks. Quite a beautiful city. Got some live music at the bar, talking about bobsleds, but the Italian girl just calls it Bob.
The Bob.
And we had Horny in the house.
I really like it. It's cool.
Honestly, it wasn't bad. I'm not even sure what landmark that is,
We
but
both want a can.
Yay!
Cheers. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. And this is their like beer streets, bar streets, and this is the bathroom at the bar. It had a bathtub.
Yeah.
So these Cambodia beers, you basically
Yes.
peel the tab and kind of like roll up the rim in Canada, you can win a beer.
Oh, I don't know.
Again? What the heck?
That's a winning can.
Can you hold this?
Yeah, please go.
Oh la la. And you know me,
Let's see.
we love to win.
Did you?
No, I don't think so.
Except we also
Wait.
gotta lose along the way.
No, Okun. No, it's pretty. It's okay, Farang. Oh no.
It's not okay.
All right, another day, another morning. And
Pulled an all-nighter,
Lack of sleep.
playing games, and on our road to Kep. Walked through the Russian market. It was kind of weird to see everyone setting up and the place being closed. People didn't mind that me and my 2 backpacks just stumbling through. It is quite dark inside. But on our way finally to Kep. First thing in Kep was to get some food, and everyone got some fruit. And then the fruit lady called her fruit friends, and she brought more fruit, and we just bought a lot of weird-looking fruit. I don't actually know the name of this one. I totally forget. But you, like, peel it, kind of like a lychee. And then you got the inside. It's white. And it tasted quite similar, to be honest. It even had a seed in the middle. Oh, totally lied to you. This is the one that tasted like lychee. I forget what the other one tasted like now. They all look funky, but quite delicious. Would recommend. This is the beach in Kep. This is the main strip. Honestly, it was just okay. It's too hot during the day. You have to rent tents and chairs. You can't walk on the sands. But we had some lovely company.
Happy birthday, dear Greg. Happy birthday to you.
It was Greg's birthday. I was very grateful to be a part of it. It was very wholesome. We got him a fruit platter because we couldn't find a cake in Kep. We then celebrated with some King's Cup. Floyd lost and he had to drink the King's Cup. Oof. Which was pretty much just vodka and beer. Poor Floyd.
It's about to get interesting tonight.
This is the cake.
You share.
But it's not.
Go.
And he's safe. Say goodbye to the homies. And off we go to Choeung, to different homies. Another hangover. But farewell, Kep. Farewell, friends. On our way to Valentina and Domi. Nice little breakfast. Kukumba. Random durian monument. Who knows why? Maybe it's a jackfruit, actually. Food for thought. And a bumpy bus ride. Pit stop. And that wraps up Cambodia Part 1. Thank you for coming in. Next week we got the island life. We got the island boys. We got Choeung. But Phnom Penh was very special. Honestly, Cambodia is very special. And I don't think I'm going to be able to stay for just 2 weeks after all that. I feel like I really want to give it a good shot. But tune in next week and see what happens. Does he stay? Does he go? What happens to India? Find out next week.